Hey guys, excuse me, Grey Wolf 556 here, and I am, as you can tell by my brand new favorite hat, that my wife and I just got back from a 10-day trip to Scotland. Scotland, amazing. We had a wonderful time, wonderful people over there. But some of the things I want to talk about are things that I didn't know about, were unaware of when I went there, or that kind of thing. Or just found out on the fly. First thing is driving. Driving in Scotland. If you get a rental car, get the smallest one that you can comfortably fit yourself and your luggage in, because the roads are really narrow. We were out by Loch Ness, and it's 2-lane road, very narrow, and on the other lane were a ton of double-decker buses. And when you are still not sure where the left side of your car is, oh yeah, you drive from the right side of the car on the left side of the road, so it's totally opposite of what we have in the States. So if you're just starting out and you're not sure of where the left side of your car is, it can get kind of hairy with those double-decker buses. But anyways, get the smallest car that you can, comfortably drive and comfortably fit all your luggage in. Another thing is set up your car to miles an hour. They use miles an hour and miles for their measurements as far as speed and distance go. My car was set up for kilometers per hour and degrees Celsius, so I had no idea what was going on day one, where I was, until I figured out how to set things up. So I set it up and everything was cool. When you are on the road, if you are in what we would call an interstate, speed is 60, 70 miles an hour. Everybody flies by. One thing you need to know is the slow lane is on the left. The slow lane is on the left, not the right. My first time when we left Edinburgh, I was driving in the right-hand lane like I do here, and there was a long queue behind me, which over there, a queue is a group of cars trailing you. I was holding up traffic in the fast lane. So I moved over to the left, and a couple cars went by and beeped at me, rah, 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 whatever. But so I learned real fast that the left lane is the slow lane, the right lane is the fast lane or the passing lane. Another thing is there are a ton of little tiny nimble cars that zip in, zip out. They will ride your tail. I think the national pastime for Scotland is no longer golf. It's tailgating and passing. They'll sit right on your butt, and then the first chance they get, zip, they'll go by you. When you're on the interstate type road, there are also things called lay-bys. It's a miniature, what we would call a rest stop here in the States, without the bathrooms, and it's just a little parking area that you can pull over, let the queue go by, and then you can resume on your way. When you're driving in the city, everything is a roundabout. There are no or hardly any cross streets. Everything is a roundabout. So once you get the hang of driving in, the first car in has priority and has the right of way. Once you figure out how that works, it goes pretty smoothly. Let's see here. What else is in there? Motorcycles will lane split like they do in California. Don't let it freak out. Bikes will come up, and there are a lot of motorcycles, mostly Triumphs and BMW type bikes, a few crotch rockets, hardly any Harleys. They will lane split, and they will jump the queue, just zip, 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 in and out. Once you get used to that, it's no big deal. Queue, roundabouts, driving. Let's see here. Oh yeah, you'll see a sign for that says Lori's turning. Lori's turning. Who is this Lori chick? And why is she turning? Lorries are tractor trailers or lumber trucks or something. I don't know, these big, huge rigs. You'll see the sign for that, and that just lets you know to be aware that there are tractor trailers passing you or pulling into your lane. When you are like when we were in our hotel, we made a reservation for dinner. We come down, they're going to ask for your surname. That is your last name. And it caught my wife by surprise. Huh? Between the accent and then the expression surname, she had no idea what they were talking about. I think I caught on fairly quickly, but they'll ask for your surname. Also, thank you is cheers. It's not a toast. You know, you hold the elevator door open for somebody. The lift. If you hold the lift open for somebody, it's not an elevator. If you hold it open, they'll say cheers. Okay, that's cool. What else? What else? What else? What else? Learn the correct pronunciation of cities. You will get corrected, although nicely, but they will correct you. We were on our way to a whale watch, and we were going to go through the city of Oban. My wife asked someone, are we on the right road to Oban? And all three people behind the counter said, oh, you're going to Oban. So they'll correct you, but nicely. So you're going to Oban, are you? So, yeah, whatever. Inverness, yes. Edinburgh. There's also a toast, and I saw some videos on this on the internet, on YouTube, that everybody was arguing back and forth, and it probably depends on where you are, but we were at the Scotch Whiskey Experience in Edinburgh, and we were also at the Glenmorangie Distillery up above Inverness. So we toasted with that, and the word is spelled Slainte, and it was pronounced in both places Slangeva. So, just in case you hear that, someone is toasting. That's pretty much it. We had an amazing time. The people were incredibly helpful to us. They were incredibly nice. The higher up in the country you go, the farther away from Edinburgh and Glasgow you go, away from the big cities, the nicer people seem to be. It was just a once-in-a-lifetime, hopefully not, but it was an amazing, amazing time. We had wonderful weather. It's pretty much it. I want to thank the wonderful people, and I know they've gotten a bad rap over the last couple of years, but the people at United Airlines, for accommodating us with my wife's wheelchair and just really being excellent, treating us with utmost respect, and it was just amazing. So I want to thank them. And if you go, I hope you have wonderful weather like we did. We had a great time. My wife says, so what are we going to do to top that? I said, go back. I already miss Scotland. It was an amazing experience being in castles that are 1,500 years old, places where William Wallace and Robert the Bruce were, battlefields. It's just, the history there is incredible. So, anyways, I just wanted to throw that out there, throw a few things out there. If you happen to be going over there, some of these things won't catch you by surprise. That's about it. All right, thanks for listening. Take care.